Hey everyone, it's Mike here from The Art of Guitar, here with part 2 of the most confusing Metallica riffs. I did the first video, a lot of people seem to like it. So I got a lot of requests for this one and a lot of suggestions, so I'm just going to cover 4 of them here. So both videos will have 4 riffs, it's kind of even it out a little bit. So let's get right to it. I'm going to be covering them, but not really exactly how to play every note. Specifically, a lot of these are timing issues that people have with these riffs. But if there are a couple of riffs that are just tough note-wise, I'll actually put up some tab for you, okay? All right, let's start off with Damage Incorporated. There's about 3 weird riffs in this song, but I'm gonna just choose one of them that seems to confuse a lot of people and myself. So we'll do kind of what we did in the last video for a lot of these. We'll do a slow straight beat, and you'll hear it kind of with different ears because you're not used to hearing it that way. And then we'll do the double time version of it, speed up the tempo, and do both there as well, for this one at least. Okay, let's speed up the tempo and do a straight beat. That's very difficult to do. Okay, let's move on to the next one. This one's probably the most confused Metallica riff that I've tried to do in a long time. This is going to be the other riff in Fight Fire with Fire that a lot of people have questions on. I'm just going to play it slow one time. And once again, I went back and I slowed down the original. I really tried to dissect it. Here's what I came up with. A lot of the picking is not muted. The one note that you have to mute really tight is going to be this G note. It's kind of hard to stop on it, but it's what gives it its sort of skip feel when you speed it up. Let's try it slow once. Really get your ear to hear it that way first, and it'll start to make a lot more sense when you speed it up. Like I keep saying, gets really tricky fast. Okay, now there's a little bit of debate whether or not that F sharp is in there. If you listen to it really hard, it sounds like it's in there right before the muted G. I hear that. I see some people teach it like this too. But I really hear that F sharp, so I'm just gonna go with it until until James calls me up or something. All right, let's go ahead and try it. Fast speed, straight beat. Okay, your head's probably spinning like mine right now. Let's try it with the offbeat. Okay, the next riff that we got a lot of requests for is the Frayed Ends of Sanity riff. And this one's weird. It doesn't really have a weird timing in my opinion, but it's just weird to play. So I'm going to play it real slow once. I know in the tab book that I had, the official Justice for All tab book, which had a lot of mistakes in it, it said to do other things like a 6/6 type thing. I'm not sure. But if you just play it like that and you do the pull-off 6/0 with 2 open mutes, then you're good. Then 5. If you watch them live and you slow down their hands, you can see that they're doing that. Then they just move it over to the A string and do the same thing. Okay, the last one is going to be probably the most requested riff out of most of my subscribers, and that was the Orion part, and they say it's after the high bass thing. So I'm assuming they're talking about this part. What I figured out about it is I was playing it wrong for a long time. When it got to this open muting part, I used to go like this. Like that. Because I think they do that earlier with a higher part with the bass. When they kick into it, it's actually just a really quick one-time hit. And I just do an F power chord. So I'm hearing a little bit of like bigger sound than a single note on this one part. So I'm hearing this. I'm hearing that. I'm hearing a fifth type sound. So I'm just going to do the power chord. Not sure if they do or not. They might just do a single note, but I love the sound of the power chord. And it sounds like it's what they're doing. Okay, let's try this one time slow. Now, did you notice something? I didn't change it at all the second time. What happens is a lot of people think the guitars do something weird the second time, but really it's the drums. So once again, let's blame it on Lars. He throws it off by doing a really crazy drum thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a straight beat first, and you're going to see it's the same thing twice. Here we go. So when the beat stays the same, the riff stays the same. Later when we switch it up, the beat changes, but the guitar still stays the same. That's the good news. Quick tip, like I said in the last video, really try to just tap your foot on the downbeats, even through all that chaos on the second half, and you should be okay. So you almost have to think of it like it's the straight beat, and just let Lars do his thing, and you'll be okay when you play through it. Alright guys, hopefully that was a fun one. It was for me. I love studying these old riffs and seeing what I've been playing wrong, and even slowing things down and seeing what Metallica does differently today than they used to do. And as far as I know, they do change up a few things here and there to keep it interesting, maybe, I'm not sure, or to make it more playable. So I guess that's it. We'll catch you guys at the next lesson. I think I'm done with the crazy Metallica confusion for a while, but maybe we'll get back to it someday if we get enough requests. Okay, everybody? Thanks again. See ya. Bye.